Hi and welcome everyone to another episode of Gaming with Jason. So this is the second tutorial that I'm doing. I was asked a question by Beyond Dreams. He was asking about resources and resource production. How do you build a city, or how do you build a nation with proper resources and resource production? Now, I've touched about it on other videos, but this is going to be a dedicated video, and I will try and cover everything that I know as far as being able to create a top-notch economy that gives you the best resources for you to use. So let's go ahead and get into this. First things first, let's go into buildings. Okay, there are a few buildings that will help you. You, of course, have the arms industry. In the arms industry, that's something that everybody knows. If you didn't know, well then, hey, at least you learned something. So for each level that you go up, you get a 10% boost. As you see in this city right here, which is gas, I need a boost. So now I'm building a level 2. So now I get a 20% boost. That 20% boost is based upon the overall output here, which if we look right here, it will show us our population and it'll show us our happiness. That's the second thing in a city, is the more your happiness is, the more resource production it is. So when you take over a city, you're going to see a low output, but as the happiness goes up, you will see, as the happiness goes up, you will see your resource production also increase. As well as when your population goes up, you will also see your resource production go up. So those are three reasons right there. You just have the natural parts, but you also have this. There is another part in the buildings that you also want to focus on, and that is your air bases. Not many people realize this, or maybe nobody really talks about it, but with your air bases, you get an extra 5%. Let's say you max out your arms industry. And after you're done maxing out your arms industry, you're like, well, I would like to get another 25%. Well, you can do that and get a total of a 75% boost with with maxing out your air bases, because you get 5% per level. And here's something that I don't hear a lot of people talk about. I don't think I've ever heard anyone talk about, but here is another one for you. It's the hospital. And here's the reason why the hospital will contribute to the economy. Not only does it preserve your troops, which means that you need to produce less troops, which means you can produce more quality units versus the cannon fodder to just send up to the front lines just to keep from whoever it is that you're attacking from breaking through. Okay, it has that benefit to preserve your troops, which then contributes indirectly to the strength of your army, but also it contributes to your economy, because the more territory and the more cities that you could take over, the more resources you're going to have. Now, with that put aside, it also gives you a population growth rate. So it increases it for, on a level 1, it does 20%, 30%, 20%, 30%, all the way up to level 5, it gives you a 75% population boom. So the higher your population goes, the more resources that you output. So by just putting $100 a day, which is a daily upkeep on it, you would get a 75% population boom, which plays into your production, it plays into your resources, it plays into a lot of things. So a hospital is also your best friend as far as buildings. Now let's talk about another portion of resource production. Now, as you see, I am taking over all of South Korea. I don't think, well, I'm taking over part of South Korea and trying to stay away from North Korea. I have a deal here. But anyways, I digress. The thing is here is you look at the resources that I'm getting. By each city that I take over, and the higher the population is, one, I get more victory points. Those victory points translates into your overall ranking. As you see, I'm already at like 107 points because I'm preserving the cities. I'm not killing the population, so that gives you victory points. But not only that, it also gives you more resources. And so, like, let's say that here with let's say here with let's say here with North Korea or South Korea. Let's say I need more components. Okay, actually, you know what the thing is I need more gas. So what I can do is I can go over here. So this is the city, and if I want to, I can get a 10% resource production increase here. I can also build an air base here, and I can also build a hospital here. Not only will it help with the increase of my victory points. So here's the thing, the larger your population is, the less territory you have to take over to get the points you need for victory. So this is also another thing in resource production. It's kind of all intertwined, because the more victory points you have, the more resources you get. It's kind of the way that it translates. So these are some things that you as a player should consider when doing your resource production. Now, some players they're gonna put level 5. I've seen it. They will put level 5 arms industry in there, and it's like, okay, you're crazy, you're nuts, whatever. But that's your thing. Me, I like to use it as okay. I'm preserving these cities, so I have no need to put my resources into this unless I have excess resources and I just want to enhance the overall economy that I have. But for me, what I find that works best for me is to take over territory, take over cities, preserve the population, increase my resource production that way, which then goes into, like, I'm going to build a level 1 airbase in every one of these cities, so I'll automatically get a 15% boost. Now some of these cities I'll build a level 3 all the way up to a level 4 airbase, and so now let's say I get a level 3, so that's 15, so now I've got a 25% boost just by doing my natural things. And then if I say, well, you know what, I want to up my arms industry, well, now that adds even more. That adds another 10%. So now I'm getting a 35% boost. And the thing is you do it in your natural way, but you're being conscious about how you're doing it. And this is actually how you can have the resources that you need without like completely depleting yourself. But also another part in your resource production goes down to units. Some of your units are going to take, like, infantry. Infantry is going to take 650 supplies. What is that? Like 350, 350 components. Okay, so that, and plus you got a lot pulling on supplies. So you may want to increase your supply production since you have 2 supply cities in this nation. Now I might want to build a level 2 or level 3 arms industry there, and plus those might also be the 2 cities that I build a level 3 air base in, and then probably my 2 component cities I'm probably going to build the other 2 air bases in. But I may not build a high arms industry in there unless I absolutely need to. But if you're looking for resource production and how to be able to produce as much resources as possible, this is the best advice and the best tips that I can give you. If you have any questions about this, leave them down in the comments. If you find this information valuable, please subscribe. Leave me a comment. Don't forget to hit the like button, and I will see you guys on the next video.